We are live. Hey, how's everybody doing? Double check. What's Monday.com? Hang on. Hey, good morning, Bruce. Skip. All right. Yeah. All right. I gotta check. I don't. I don't use all this as 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 uh as often as I should. My microphone setups, my camera, and my lights and stuff. And then when I do go to use them, there's some kind of update or something like that I forgot to put in. And why won't this turn on? And the fun stuff. I think I'm here, right? How's Bruce doing this morning? Well, it's evening where you're at. Yeah, 125, 15 people in the room. On over here. Jason Pike, good morning. Hear you loud and clear. Awesome. Thanks for stopping in. It's just Mike's Philippine Journey mix Philippine Journey. It's just been a rotten week, a rainy, rotten week. Dad's shooting shittle. Dad's shooting shittle. Is that how you say that? Good morning. Roger Smith, what's up? What's up? I was saying, boy, just probably the worst rainy season I've ever been through. Granted, there was new there was no, I mean, it just, you can't compare this rainy season to anything I've experienced in my life. It's just, even in the city, it's just out here when it rains, it just rains. And, it's not like you can hop in the car or go to the biggest, nearest city and let's go to the mall, let's walk around, let's get let's grab a movie or something. Not out here. Not out here. Just ride it out. Last night it rained super hard, but last week it was just a rain wash. It was crazy. Hope we're doing well. Nice today. Yes, Mark. Nice up here also. We plan to head into the jungle, go back where we do some ocean scavenging for shells and stuff. That's on the list of things to do today. And if it rains along the way, it rains. But yeah, we plan to do that. It just, I don't know. It's like you can only stay in so much, you start going stir crazy. Watched a lot of movies this past week, a lot of TV shows. Yeah, Ricky USA. How is Ricky USA doing? Dad's shooting the shit. I agree. My first year here, it seemed like every day had rained. Yeah. Some people don't understand it, and I never really I knew it, but I never experienced it because of where we live. Like people say, well, it's not rainy season in the Philippines. Well, it's rainy season up north or down south in the Philippines. Right now, I mean, when we lived up north in Luzon, that rainy season was, what was it, like May, June, July, August, like September. It can go. There were short. It seemed like shorter rainy seasons than others. Some seemed a little longer. But when it's rainy season up north there, down here it's not. It's not really rainy season. You know, um, like right now we're coming off a rainy season, so it does switch from different parts of the island. It's like season up north in Pennsylvania. You know, we have summer, we have snow, and then you move to Florida, and Florida's warm, and there's always you know what I'm saying, a layer of different types of weather here in the Philippines. But there's only two types: hot season, rainy season. That's it. Ah, yeah. Yes, rain. I'll take this rain any day over the snow, over the cold. I see back in Pennsylvania, it's just been very cold, like very cold. Wind temperatures way down. I know I don't want that. I don't like it. Uh, yeah, so I don't mind it. I'll take the rain. Ah, look, sounds like she had some regrets moving there in her last vlog. I don't know. You know, she has, her and I both have had to adjust to this way of living, you know. Um, and our days better than other days. Well, sure, some days are better, some days aren't so good. You learn to deal with it. You learn to live with it. You learn to adapt. You know, um, but yeah, it's challenging. It is challenging, um, but it's got to be challenging for, you know, it's because it's something you know you want to learn, you want to experience. Like like the name of the video, it's like I live a double life here in on Sherga Island. It's like here we are in the province right now. Here we are at the 215 Homestead. Fat Jackie Sloan, Fat Jack from South Carolina. Check in to see what's the latest news is. Hey, thanks for stopping in, Jackie. I'll get back to my story. Tarzan, double life might be okay. I'm not sure about triple. Yes, Tarzan, watching from the deep state, Bakersfield, California. Um, it's like living a double life. Here we are at the 215. I walk outside. We got chickens. We got roasters. You know, we're out here in the jungle. You know, behind us, and we're living off the land, and we're planting stuff, and we're going out scavenging in the ocean, and I'm you know, just absorbed in all this, everything. It's beautiful. And then it's like, all right, I need a break. Let's go to some civilization. Good morning, Samuel. How are you doing? Samuel has joined the live stream. Thank you. And then we like, all right, I need a break. Let's go to civilization. Then we go over to General Luna. You know what I mean? I can, all right, what do I want? Let me go to a restaurant. Let me go to a burger place. Let's go down to the beach and lay on the beach with the tourists and be a part of like a tourist life. You know what I mean? Because all I am for real. I mean, people, I think some of the local places I go are starting to realize that I'm more than a tourist, you know. Um, I've got to talk to a few people, you know, nice people. Um, I don't know. To me, it almost seems like the expats, older expats, I would say, my age or even older, maybe they just kind of do their own thing. Um, there's plenty of like young travelers that you can talk to from all parts of the world. You know, if I want to have English conversation, I can sit down with a group of people and just talk. And you know, um, it's like you're living two lives: jungle life, and then I wouldn't say a city life. I'd say a more modern style type life. Um, but I like it. I mean, I like it. Uh, Always got to imp, improvise, adapt, and overcome. If you want to survive in the Philippines, you are correct, Mark Davis, 100% correct. Um, you got to change things up. Things start getting old. I got to go do this, and things can get very old in the province. Very old. It's not like I'm. People say I live in a province, but they're surrounded by other neighbors in the province. There's sorry story on every other corner instead of a city. Um, like it's a community, a bigger community. Um, yes, it's province living, but I'm not even living like that. I'm like, take me and put me out in the jungle, like literally. I'm not talking wild, crazy Tarzan jungle. You know what I mean? But that's how it is, and you can definitely get bored. Definitely, you can only do so much online. You can only do so much movie watching, TV watching. That's what I like doing. I grew up in the age where a lot of people my age, 57, up, down, like we my mom, our babysitter was TV, right? TV. Ah, ah. I married a Filipina. My 33-year-old son married a OFW Filipina nurse 3 months ago. Cool, cool. It's like that's awesome. You know what? You hear stories. I married my Filipino. We've been together for so long, and then you know, I think what helps a lot is when Filipinos come to the United States and they get with other Filipinos. You know what I'm saying? Um, and they could have the traditions and the traditional dishes that they had in the Philippines and back in the States or wherever, and they can raise their family. And the children can, you know, learn the culture also without, being here. And they travel in and out of the Philippines with their children at a young age. So the child knows about the Philippines growing up. Um, I've seen that a lot, and I think that's awesome when I see that. Um, yeah, James, if you're here, James, you know what I'm talking about. Ah, long time subscriber. Take up some kind of hobby, sure. What kind of hobby? Here, I got a hobby that I'm thinking about that I should take up, right? I should take up. Hang on. There's a good question. You got to have some kind of, especially out in the province. Victor C, how are you doing? You got to be a problem solver to survive. You are correct. The best and brightest testing. Um, but when you in the province, I found some turkeys. All right. Listen to this. Been looking for turkeys. I don't know why. I've been looking for turkeys. Did I say I've been looking for turkeys? Um, First time I ever seen a turkey was down in where Lutz's father comes from, the province down further in Mindanao, and out there it's really provincey, hard provincey. Um, when I lived there, there were certain times of the night. Well, actually, at night I didn't go out unless I was accompanied by Lutz brothers or uncles on motorbikes. But I seen a wild turkey. No, it wasn't a wild turkey. It was a domesticated turkey in one of the little barangay villages, right? I'm like, oh, I didn't know they had turkeys here. Yeah, yeah. And then I actually seen two, four turkeys on Cherville Island. Right down the road, there was a family there that had two turkeys. Um, and then in General Luna, I drove by the fire company and they had two turkeys. So I stopped at the fire company and talked to them. Found out it was the chief of the fire department. It was her turkeys. So they have a female chief in charge of the fire department there in General Luna, and she takes off on the weekends, and she's there during the week. But I don't know. I want to get a couple turkeys. I don't know too much about it. I got to read up. Can a turkey coexist in open range eating with chickens? See, I'm losing my mind in the province, right? But to me, that keeps me busy. You know what I mean? Like um, Lut likes doing some gardening stuff. She likes doing that. So yeah, but yeah, it's like best of both worlds, I guess you could say. And after we get tired here, all right, let me go over in General Luna and you know hang out there for a while. Jim, how's those rose-colored glasses? They're okay. I need my eyes, right? Like I got the screen in front of me. I got the two lights on in front of me. I have the window pushing out. My eyes start hurting after a while with the glow of everything. So and then I don't, people say about the dark sunglasses, you know, I wore dark sunglasses and best pair of sunglasses. And then this just kind of helps, and then before, if I didn't have glasses on, remember I had the black eyes under my eyes? And everybody, hey, did somebody punch you in the eye? Did somebody punch you in the face, right? You couldn't win. I can't win. It is what it is, right? Uh, anyways, how you doing, Jim? I love Bichon. There was a turkey next door to us when we were visiting family in Zimbalis. I wonder if he survived last Thanksgiving. It could have. Uh, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, I don't know any Filipino, even around here, even in being different areas in the Philippines. I don't know of any Filipino that specifically raised a turkey to eat it. You know, I don't know. I didn't. I don't. Turkey's not like. Well, Thanksgiving is an American tradition, so they celebrate it here in bigger cities, restaurants and stuff, and they're good and they have turkey and all that. But out here in the provinces, I didn't see a single Thanksgiving um mention. And I was in General Luna. Um, so turkey's not a big thing here to eat. However, I did ask the guys at the fire station if they ever ate turkey, and the one said yes. So, anyways, that's my turkey rant. Ah, hello, sir. Good morning, Luna Lemore. Where are we at here? Roger, Brian. How's Hannah doing? Hannah is doing well. She Thank you, Jim. Um, she's doing well. She is starting her fourth quarter studies. So when she's done her fourth quarter studies, like she said she wants to come out here during her break, her summer break, because she's been just study. Um, she what did they're the car that they were going to use, not like her, the people she's staying with, the car they had, a Kia, a Kia. Those that have been with me know me, and a Kia's great car if it's under a warranty in the Philippines. Don't waste your breath, your time, your energy buying a Kia that does not have a warranty on it in the Philippines. You will never, ever, ever be able to find parts in the Philippines once that warranty is gone. I know a lot of people are finding that out. Um, Great car. Just when you're getting ready to the end of that 5 year or whatever, buy another one or take your money and run. Um, so now she's using like transportation, like a public transportation, which she's good at. She knows how to do that. She knows how to get around. Um, so she might take a jeepney from here to this point, and then maybe a trike or walk to school, where she's going to school, and then from there walk to where she has to be, or take a trike to where she has to be. So she's dealing with that, and she's schooling, and she's coming to, and like she wants a break. She wants to. Schooling is boring to her, like school. Like she's doing 11th and 12th grade. That's how they run it here in the Philippines, right? Uh, and she is learning. They're covering things in 11th grade that she has already studied in, say, grade 9. So it's boring to her. She still pays attention. She's scored at the top of her class. All right, she has to maintain a school level because she's there on a scholarship. So she has to maintain that level, and she's doing that. Um, Highest in her class, and I think highest in the whole entire grade 11. Uh, where others excel at, say, like some kind of sport. All right, Hannah has the brain. Hannah can figure out the functions of volleyball, all right, and know how to play it, but she doesn't have the physical part of it. You know what I'm saying? However, up here, she's got the brains up here, but she's enjoying it. She wants to get onto schooling and getting college and getting her college education in teaching. So, but she's doing well. She'll be here. All right. Ricky USA Philippines I've met don't really know what a turkey tastes like when I tell them about Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah, yeah, they don't. They don't understand it. Uh, Look at turkey back in when she came to the States. She had turkey, and she liked it. She liked it a lot. And you know what else she had? Green bean casserole. Green bean casserole. She loved that. And matter of fact, I had a subscriber. I could get all the ingredients for a green bean casserole in the Philippines, except for I couldn't get the dried onions. Right, I couldn't get those. And I had a subscriber when we were up in Luzon there, bring me a couple bags of that. But yeah, and loves turkey to the day. Maximus, yeah, it was a lemon. Um, Especially that last problem I had with the electronic computer. And wow, was I glad to found that guy, that Filipino guy. There are some amazing, talented, know what they're doing Filipina mechanics. There are. You got to find them. That's the problem. You got to find them. They're out there. David Dehart, thank you, sir. A Captain Hook-Eyed Patch would go good with your earring. Thank you, David. I'll have to look around for one. Well, thank you. But yeah, mechanics, they're here. A good carpenter, they're here. A good electrician, a good mason, they're here. You just gotta find them. That's the key. Finding them. Arturo, how are you doing, sir? I am doing well. How are things where you're at? Turkey tastes like a dry chicken if it's overcooked. So a turkey can be overcooked, and it can dry out. But you got the turkey and gravy, and now I'm getting hungry. I shouldn't talk about eating. Start getting hungry. I didn't have breakfast yet. Lut is making me sausage gravy. Sausage gravy over home fries, over fried potatoes. I forget how she's doing it. But here's another thing. Like these are things when you live in the province, like you you think about and how am I going to get it? You know, I know this sounds weird, but just these are just some of the weird things that like I don't even say they're weird. It's just like, all right, like I like I know you guys are gonna look like, what the hell am I talking about? Pepper grinder. You know what a pepper grinder is, where you grind the pepper, right? Well, somehow we lost the pepper grinder in the transit from up north down here, and so I'm like, you know what? I like the pepper grinder because I like that cracked pepper on my sausage gravy, right? It has to be a key ingredient of everything, from the milk to the sausage. All right, it has to be a key ingredient to everything. So it's like, well, where do I find one of those? They're not going to have them anywhere on this island, you know. I ain't going to go down and shop at every little store here. And I even went to like the bake shop, and I had to get on Lazada and got me a pepper grinder now. It's just weird little things like that, you know. You don't have that option to run to a mall. I know the mall has it. I get up to the mall. Oh, it don't exist. And if you want it overnight, forget it. You ain't getting it overnight. Not happening. Yeah. But anyways, let me throw out an invite if anybody wants to join the live stream and talk about anything you want to talk about to a degree. To a degree. Can't talk about everything. And there's certain things I don't want to talk about or won't talk about. But if you have anything you want to say, hop up, click that button if you want, and join the live stream. I like hearing what people have to say. Mark says, Brian, that one thing I do not like at all is green bean casserole right next to spinach. Now, do not get me wrong. I love green beans, but just not be green bean casserole. Understandable. I will eat green bean casserole over spinach any day. I can't. I might. My parents they weren't mean. All right. They weren't mean. You could say they're probably strict. They were strict, religious people. Not like mean religious. Um, I mean, that's how my dad was raised. Actually, my dad, he never talked about it, but he would always say, "You're lucky I'm not like your grandpa. He was mean." But he never told us what he meant by being mean. All right. He said, there's that saying, "I'm going to take you out to the woodshed." All right. Take you out to the woodshed. All right. That's a saying. I know some of you have heard it. Basically meant two different things. It meant when you were a kid, your dad took you out to the woodshed, you were getting a whooping. Or somebody'd say to somebody, "Hey, I'll take you out and we can go out in the woodshed and settle this." In other words, let's go out and go at it, right? Take you out to the woodshed. Uh, but they weren't mean, all right? But I always said we never we never we never got we would get in trouble, but we never got to the point where we were in trouble with the law. It's none of us. Um, so yeah. Ah, in Southern California, married 22 years to a province girl. Her attitude and values haven't changed. We like visiting, but she is ready to leave after a couple of weeks. I've seen that too. I can understand that. Um, I've also seen here um, that Americanized Filipina that left the Philippines and made it, in America, and they were in America for years, and they're used to America. They like America. Um, they don't mind visiting the Philippines, but they have zero desire to move to the Philippines and retire and be here. Um, I've seen that, and I've seen ones that they come back to the Philippines and they think their shit does not stink. Like they feel they're superior to some of the Filipinos. Um, they feel they're above the Filipinos. Um, it's I didn't see I seen maybe one case, and I've back when we were in Luzon, I met quite a few subscribers, and and I've seen, um, you know what I mean. The ones that are living in the Philippines with their Filipino wife, that's not the ones I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ones that come over and visit. But yeah, it happens. It happens. Go right to the store. I have 50. 50 pesos. Yeah. Lucky I got 50 pesos. Uh, but yeah, it happens. I know people that the husband would love to be here retired, would love to. But the wife doesn't want to give up the and I don't even know if it would be considered like the luxuries of America when it comes to housing and you know how you live and those small things that make you happy or the big things that make you happy. Um, because they have those things here, but they just, and then you got the dynamics of kids. You came to the States, you raised a family, your kids now have kids, and you have grandkids, and now you spend your time with your grandkids, and dynamics change big time when it comes to people retiring in the Philippines. I'm sorry. What's the truth, Philly? Where am I here? Scott Frost. What's the truth? Hey, Tennessee, 10 rides. Thank you for joining the live stream. Finally caught a live stream. Awesome. Thanks for joining the live stream. I love bleach. I've seen that type of Filipino as well, Brian. My wife can't understand it. Yeah, my wife can't either. And she don't even try. Like she don't even try. And it is what it is. It is what it is. We see all walks of Filipino people here in Sherga Island, down into General Luna, the tourist era. I love just sitting and people watching. I love it. I can sit anywhere and just people watch. And you can tell, like, when the upper class type Filipino, because there's classes of Filipinos. Lucas Musser, how's it going? There's classes of Filipinos. Your upper class, your upper class. They got the middle class, and then your poor class. And you can see when an upper class Filipino, they'll travel as a family, but instead of hopping on motorbikes and stuff and riding around, they're like renting a van to take them from point A to point B. They stay in nice resorts, but you can tell, when the way they carry themselves, the way they handle, you can see that they, either that or they're just having a good, acting out. I don't know. But yeah, the class system here is, it exists. It exists. Pedro Rodriguez. How are you doing, Pedro Rodriguez? I buy a big bag of peppercorn and grind them into powder in my blender. Yeah. Here's one for you. If you live in the province, now you have to live in a province. Right? Somewhere where it's damp, somewhere where it's moisture in the air. They have salt. I buy salt here, right? And then the salt gets damp. How do you get rid of that? I know people are going to say rice, but I even think I tried rice and it didn't take the dampness out of the salt. I mean, I just take it and I grind it up. Right? Slick Rick, SF, good morning from San Francisco, California. How you doing, Slick Rick? Tarzan is here. Let me see. Let's bring the one, the only Tarzan. Hey, Tarzan, how you doing?
Oh, good.
Let me just about. Where are you from, Tarzan?
California. I live in South California.
Okay. What's your connection to the Philippines?
I met my wife in Dumaguete.
Okay. Okay.
She's been in the U.S. 11 years.
Okay. So you met Dumaguete. Now, did you get married in Dumaguete, or did you K1 visa her over? Or
yeah, fiance visa.
Yeah, fiance visa.
Yep. and
Okay.
we got married in Texas. My sister lived in Texas at the time.
Right, right. And that was, what year was that?
Um, she's been in USA 11 years, so about 12 years
Yeah.
ago.
Okay. So that, I, because that was sort of around the time when I did the visa thing for Louisa. So how long did it take you? Because I was told like these visas now are taking forever.
Uh, it didn't take too long because
Yeah, yeah,
as soon as I met her, I started right on the process right away,
yeah, yeah,
and yeah, I didn't. It didn't take. I think maybe. Shoot, I don't know. I can't remember. Maybe like 6 months.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't real long, but I went over there, and then I we came back to the USA together.
Right.
I didn't want her to get lost in the airport.
So she likes it. She likes it in the States, or she wants to return back to her family.
Uh, no, she likes it. Um,
Uh-huh.
she likes it. She hasn't become a citizen yet because she wanted to make sure all her paperwork was done for her house and property.
Right.
Because if she become a citizen, it might cause problems or something. You never know.
But she would
But
hold a dual citizenship, right?
um,
Because I know you can, you know, I know people that do have a dual citizenship.
yeah, uh, I don't know if I heard wrong before or not, but I heard that if you become like a U.S. citizen, you're only allowed 1,000 square meters of property.
Yeah, I
I don't,
don't know the anything about that.
but actually, I never asked a lawyer either, so
Right, right.
you never know.
Yeah, yeah. You could be a dual citizen. Um, so then you are you looking to retire over here?
Yeah,
Okay,
but the only problem is my son's going to school right now,
right. Okay,
and I think she wants him be, over here. I don't know. It's a real intense school for him because it's just homeschooling.
right, right.
So he just does homeschooling and with a certified tutor.
Now, I mean, tell me if I'm getting too personal. Okay. Now, did you travel with your son to the Philippines? Has your son experienced the Philippines at all?
Yeah, he's been there twice.
Huh?
Yeah, he's been there twice and met his grandparents out in the mountains.
That's cool.
Got a lot of pictures with them, and maybe once a week he FaceTimes with his grandparents
Okay.
in the mountains.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, he
Yeah.
talks to them all the time. Yeah,
Yeah. That's you know, I see that a lot too. And in technology nowadays, Jesus, you know, who do I want to talk to? Where are they at? Do they, you know, if they have internet, we can talk. You know, but yeah, I was saying that earlier. I think it's great when couples to get together, they raise a family in the States or wherever, and then as the family's growing, they keep taking trips to the Philippines, so they get to experience the Philippines, the culture, the atmosphere. Um, I got a subscriber, James. He uh, he did that, and his even his grandchildren now are starting to experience the Philippine living, and you know they come here for about a month or so, and you know just have a good time, and then go back to the States. And um, but yeah, that's great when people do that.
yeah. The last time we stayed in Dumaguete, it was 3 months.
Dumaguete, yeah, yeah. So you have the luxury of not rushing back to do it
Yeah,
to work. Yeah, yeah. Good.
my son's hiding back there.
Your son. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, that's cool. So when was your last trip over?
The last time we went over, we stayed 3 months, and then right when COVID got locked down, we just got back.
Oh, okay.
And, and then then I got a call out of the blue. Well, after that, I can't remember, but the neighbor never checked his boundary line and built a house on my wife's lot. And
Right.
he's a foreigner. He's a foreigner, and so we just paid him for the build. And but he's yeah, but he's okay about it.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
I've never been to Dumaguete. Oh,
it's cold out here. Kind of. It's I don't know what it is, 50 or I'm not sure. My kid's trying to play in the water. His
where you
mom's
at,
out.
where you at now?
South California,
You're
Bakersfield.
in California right now.
Yeah,
I was going to say, you turned the camera. I'm like, that don't look like a Philippines community. uh,
yeah,
uh,
yeah. I'd rather be over there though.
yeah. Uh, you'll get back here, right? You'll get back here eventually. And when do you plan to? Do you have any plans to fully retire over here? Be like, that's it. I'm done. I'm selling everything. I'm moving there. Or do you plan like to just continuously jump back and forth?
I'm
Because people, as they get older, have to decide what they want to do. You know, and some people maybe can't financially do both, and they make that commitment 100%. I'm glad I made that commitment 100%. I didn't want to have anything back in the States. I didn't want to deal with anything. I wanted to come here, and
yeah,
just be
yeah.
here.
Just forget about the chaos in the U.S. the rat race.
Yeah. So do
Yeah.
you plan on it? Do you plan on it soon?
Um, I don't know. Maybe next year we might go over there. Um, I don't know what my wife wants to do though, because
Right.
I haven't worked for about 10 years. So
So your
eh,
wife is indecisive. She's not saying yes. She's not saying no.
uh, I think she said just sort of like go for a visit, but I think the main thing is the kid's schooling. She wants the
Right.
kid to go. Wants him to. Well, I kind of want him too because the teachers are really good over here. The ones that he has,
Right. Right. Right.
but it's a private school teacher though.
Right.
We have to tutor, but they're so strict over here. And I wish I lived in Arizona because I hear that homeschooling is a lot easier. Over here, they're really strict. It's like they don't want them to go to homeschooling. They really test them, but he tests good though.
Is that the California system?
Yeah, it's the bad California systems. They don't. It's
Yeah.
like they don't want them to go to homeschooling, and if they mess up a little bit, they want to kick them out and send them to public school where they're not going to learn nothing.
Right. Right.
Except how to carry guns to school and shoot up the place.
Yeah.
It,
I
it's
uh
crazy.
I don't even I couldn't even imagine what is being taught in schools. I know it's being taught over here, you know, um, but you're not going to hear. Here's a big advantage though of the school systems in America. All right, if you have a child that is has a learning disability, all right,
Mhm.
my my son, I have two kids. My son had a learning disability. Like some things he was good at, other things he just had a hard time, you know. But growing up, they were the alphabet kids, right? You got ADD, DDH, MMMI, AF, JY 221. Like they were the alphabet kids. They just gave names to these kids. You know what I mean? And here's a medication to help with it. They were like experimental junkies or experimental animals to the psychology of kids' minds and why they do this and why they do that. And here, there's nothing like that here. There's nothing to help a kid who is struggling with learning or anything, you know. They have schooling here, like, say you're supposed to be in like 12th grade, all right, but you need more education. They'll keep you in a class level here to get that education. It's queer. It's sorry, it's weird. I just looked down and seen LGBTQU and alphabet kids. Yeah. Uh,
They'll
yeah.
teach you. They'll teach you. Guys can get pregnant.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh my god. Yeah, I
But
remember.
common sense. Common sense. If you know, if I remember growing up and I'd be doing something or something, you know, learning something, and someone would be like, "It's common sense." Like you look at it, yeah, I guess it is common sense, you know. Yeah, alphabet kids are different alphabet now. Yeah, they could be. I don't know. I don't know. I can tell you a weird story. All right, we knew a gentleman from the United States. He came over to the Philippines to meet a girl. The girl claimed to have two kids. Later found out she had more than two kids. All right. Still stayed with the girl. All right. But here's the kicker. He brought his, I think maybe at the time she was 12 years old, uh, daughter from the States over to the Philippines. I guess he had sole custody of the child. I think the mother gave up all rights because I think the mother may have been in jail back in the States. But he brought the child over here, all right, with a really, really bad learning disability. I felt bad for the little girl, you know. She couldn't communicate with kids her age, you know, and it would frustrate her. And I felt bad for the girl. Like, why are you doing this to this girl? Now, he had since moved in the area I lived out. And I wonder today how the guy's doing. Better yet, how the little girl's doing. Like, that was a messed up situation. That was, to me, that was wrong.
Oh no.
But
Been here for so long now.
looks like the signal cut off. My signal, guys. Am I here?
Yeah.
Still rolling. I'm still rolling.
Yeah. You're on.
You're right. You're right, Maximus. And that's what happened. Like I said, I felt bad for the girl.
Here,
Like,
man.
you know, you could see the girl was always frustrated, and she had no clue what they were saying. John is being scolded by his wife. John, you being scolded by your wife?
Not yet. No, she's in her gaming room.
Gaming room?
Yeah, she has a gaming room.
Like online computer gaming?
Yeah.
That's what she likes to do?
Yeah.
Well, she can do that in the Philippines.
Yeah. She's got. Oh yeah, put it in there. Heat it up.
I've been propping in the pool, the cold pool, for 2 minutes, and I put my foot in there, and now I feel nothing. Basically nothing. Nothing else.
Oh God, I'm getting yelled at.
Mhm.
I'm not just survival. And
Hector says a lot of Westerners moving to the Philippines, hooking up with their LDR Filipina and her 2 kids. Now that takes a lot of common sense. You know, here's the thing. Here's how I see things. If the girl is up front, the guy knows about it. That's his decision. He does it. That's up to him. If people, some people say that's crazy. Some people say he's nuts. The guy that does that, it's his choice. It's his choice. Uh, we hear horror stories, but how many good stories are out there that we don't hear?
I don't
There's
think the good stories complain, so you
well, the
don't
good
hear them.
story, the good story won't sell. A positive good story won't sell, but a horror story. The guy that moves to the Philippines moves in with their 2 girls, finds out that there's more, and you hear that horror story, especially if you're a YouTuber and you're YouTubing it, you know. Calm down, Maximus.
I feel like I flew this back just today.
Did you guys ever see the Geo in the Philippines interview that guy that married a woman who had 6 kids that he did not know about? Her family of 13 people moved in with them in a 2-bedroom condo. No, I don't watch Geo. I just don't watch it. Nothing there for me. I don't want to get wrapped up in Geo world. The only time I hear about Geo in Geo world is, you know, he's leaving the girl, getting divorced. I don't even know the dynamics of his relationship he had with that woman. I don't know anything about it. That's the last time Geo World popped onto my video, but he's doing his thing. He's got a follower. He's been doing it a while. Like him, don't like him. I don't, don't know about it. So I did know about the interview. Um, the guy Geo interviewed was a guy named Frank. I don't know. I don't. I guess if I want to get back in the game of drama, right? Because I ran the game of drama for a while. It was entertaining. It was fun. It was funny to me. I lost subscribers. I gained subscribers. The true subscribers, they stuck with it. I guess I would watch like all that, do the old chismes. There's some chismes stuff, but I just don't have time for that. I just don't. I'm enjoying life.
I actually seen Gio once. He walked right past me, but he didn't even wave at me. He seen me too because he looked right at me. It was at Dumaguete shopping mall. He was with some woman, and he walked right by, and then but which is fine. I mean,
How would he
met
know?
Ned
Like, how would he know you?
because I'd go on his channel and say hi,
Oh, okay.
and then one of my crazy sayings would be I would say to sometimes I'd say, "You're never too old to play house." I think he would feel guilty. I guess I raised heck with him. Him and what the heck's the other guy? He's lives close to me here. Um, the other guy in Dumaguete, he was there for a long time. He's married now, but he says hi to me all the time on the channel when I see him.
Right.
Some people call him the Frog. I forget what the heck's his name.
Oh, the frog.
Yeah,
Rique.
Rike, yeah, because I go to his channel, I say hi and everything. And he says hi.
Hey, we if you've been in the game long enough, we've all gotten called different kinds of nicknames that have rolled. You know,
Yeah,
you,
and then
you
I seen. I actually got to talk to Ned before. I ran into him on an airplane coming back into Dumaguete. I said, "Hello, Ned." I said, "I'm a subscriber on your channel." Oh, he said, "Welcome to Dumaguete." Yeah, he
right.
was nice. But I didn't know that that was right when he was going through a separation or divorce or
Okay.
something. That was Ned was just breaking up with that lady that he was with for a long time. She was kind of an older lady. And yeah, I didn't know though. I just so I didn't get a picture with him, but I got a picture of the back of his bald head though.
Uh,
I took a
yeah.
picture of him in the airplane because
See, I watched Ned. Like I enjoyed Ned's uh,
yeah,
uh, videos and stuff. He was one of the first people. Um, but what what I didn't what I don't like. Um, but it has changed is the older vloggers used to just have the camera in their face and not really show things, what's going on, the environment. Um, I always said, I want to see what you're seeing, you know. But the vloggers nowadays, they're filming and they're showing places and they're showing the landscape and all that. But yeah, I like Ned. Yeah, I thought he was a
yeah.
decent.
Well, I like all of them. They all got their. They're all okay. I don't really get involved too much in anything. I just stay home.
See, Maximus says the 13 people that moved in before, they got married, including the 6 kids who she said were her nephews and nieces, but actually were her kids. The family did not tell him either. He still married her. That's on him then, you know. If you want to be a part of that dynamic, that's on you. Um, you got to you gotta compromise when you're living in an environment like the environment I'm living in, and I'm thinking about doing a video. Like when you're living like with everybody here, family here, living that nightmare. Don't ever move in with your Filipino family, or don't live next door to your Filipino family. The nightmare everybody warns you about. All right.
Yeah, but
I'm I like you got to know when to accept things, and you got to know when to put your foot down. You can't be a tyrant, but you got to have a boundary also. Like there's so many dynamics when in the environment, um, and it helps to have a getaway. you know. But I'm thinking about doing a video about that. The old dreaded "don't live next to a Filipino family." And all right, what about the good stories? What about the positive stories? Ah, anyways, moving on. I'm getting hungry. Hang on,
yeah,
hang on a second.
my in-laws live way up in the mountain. They live a
Right,
long ways from Dumaguete. I think like 7 hours.
hang on a second. Give me about a minute. I gotta quick do something. Yes. All right, all right. I had to check on my sausage gravy breakfast. Ah, seems like a big problem are always related to getting married or buying a house and property. Big problems are always related to getting married or buying house and property. Yep, that's another one. But how many good stories? We hear those bad stories, you know? You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run. Quoting the great Kenny Rogers, you are correct, Maximus. You are correct. BBQ pork and beef teriyaki. As long as you're a Filipino family, as long as your Filipino family eats balut, drinks Red Horse, and sings karaoke each night, you're all having fun. Yeah. What? Is that how you want to? That's great on vacation. You got a lot of people come to the Philippines on vacation that are planning to retire in the Philippines, and they visit the Philippines every year, and they might buy some property, and they're going to build a house, and there's nothing wrong with that. But every time they come, it's a party. The Filipino family expects a party every time you come. Now, what happens when you decide to live there? When
Party
does the
pooper.
party? When does the party stop? You know, I don't. I personally, I don't want to be, laying in bed trying to sleep with people screaming into a video machine. Yeah, I think there's a time and place for all that, but not every day. No, I'm not dealing with. I'm not doing that. That ain't happening, and that doesn't happen here. You know. Ah, but you're all right. You're having fun drinking Red Horse. I'm not a big drinker. Everybody in this house are not big drinkers. Um, they just don't. First of all, they can't afford it, and I'm not affording it for them. Not happening. The foreigner gets to pay for the food and alcohol. Time and place for everything. So this is correct. But a time and place for everything. All right. Like we have all these people here. All right. We have all these people here. We'd have a birthday party every month. Cake and that. We don't do that. I remember Steve Montelli did a video a long time ago saying everyone needs to keep a bag packed in case you have to leave your place in the middle of the night. I remember that. And I remember Steve Montelli's video. I remember that, and it was hilarious. And then I sat down, he actually told me the whole story, and I couldn't stop laughing. I'm like, holy cow. Steve Montelli.
Steve Mozzarella.
You remember Steve Montelli?
I have him on Facebook.
Yeah. I gotta shoot him a message and say, are you still alive? Because a year or two ago, somebody was pushing around saying, yeah, Steve Montelli died. Like, I don't know. I didn't hear anything. I said, well, only one way to find out. And I sent him a text. Well, if he answers back, I know he's alive. And he answered back. And proof of life. And I texted him back and I said, glad to see you're alive. And then I told him people had said he died. He's like, no, I'm still. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have him on Messenger.
Yeah. Yeah. He was around for a while. I like Steve. First time I ran into Steve Montelli was up in Angeles City, walking down the road. I'd walk right by him, and I'd stop. I'm like, hey, Steve. And we started talking. Yeah. As Ricky the sick grandpa says, you pay, you pay, you pay. All right. Looks like you're back with us. Yes, yes. Paul, Philippines. Hi, Brian from the UK. Hello, Paul from the UK. What are we, an hour? We're an hour into the video. Lut is doing, preparing and getting ready my meal. We're getting back to the topic because some people weren't here when I talked about the topic. It's Fruit Loops. You can get them here. But I'm like, we live in two separate. I'm living a double life. I spend time here in the province at the 215 at the homestead, hiking through the jungle here, gardening here, talking to the chickens here, going out and doing some, shell catching at the ocean, what we're going to do this afternoon. And then when I'm tired of this life, I go over to the General Luna life and live like a modern life, going out to eat, hanging out on the beach like a tourist. I'm living like a tourist life over there, I don't have to get up. I don't have to do anything. If it's raining, I can stay there. I can stay in the air conditioning. If I want to get on a bike, I can go get something to eat. It's like two different lives. Interact with foreigners out there. Here I can only interact really with Lut and her brothers that speak a little bit of English. But yeah, I like it. I'm enjoying it. So, Fruit Loops are popular in California since so many people resemble the cereal. Fruit Loops.
Fruity.
What was my favorite? What was my favorite cereal growing up?
Captain Crunch.
I like Captain Crunch.
Cornflakes.
All brands of Captain Crunch, from regular Captain Crunch to peanut butter Captain Crunch to berry Captain Crunch. Those, and I loved. Remember Frankenstein and Boo Berry?
Frankenberries.
Frankenberries. Yeah.
I
I love them.
Yeah, I liked all that.
Yeah. And like Cocoa Pebbles. I like the Pebbles, Frosted Flakes. See, now everybody's telling their age, right? Because you remember we would get a box of cereal. Remember this? And we would open it up, pour it in our bowl, throw the milk in there, grab our spoon, sit down, and flip the cereal box over and read the back. Sometimes there were games on it. There were just different things that were going on in the back of the cereal box.
You fight over the prize in the cereal box.
Yeah, fight over the prize in the cereal box. Lucky Charms are magically delicious.
Yeah, they had the big rabbit on them.
Tricks was another one. See, my dad was a cornflake guy, cornflakes. Then he would take his cornflakes and he would get like cookies or something and break them up in his cornflakes and eat it like that. Oh, Apple Jacks. Boy, I liked Apple Jacks. Alphabet, yeah, they were okay. Yeah. They were okay. Apple Jacks were good. Sugar Smacks, remember them?
Oh my god.
Sugar Smacks. Fruity Pebbles. I remember that too. I love Leech. And I remember when they actually had a phonographic record that you could cut out of the cereal box. I remember that. Yes, I do. And then I remember Cracker Jacks. You could always get a treat, a gift, or something out of a Cracker Jack box. And I like the Cracker Jack box when I could get the tattoo, the lick on tattoos. I thought that was just so cool. Lick them on, stick them on my arm, and oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember the Cracker Jacks when they had a treat in a box. You're damn right. Tim Hortons, my favorite new one, Cheerios. I don't know. Cheerios was another one, but Cheerios to me were just bland tasting. There was no taste to them. Same with like a cornflake. They were just bland to me. Them Rice Krispies. Remember that? Now, I like a Rice Krispie. Snap, crackle, pop Rice Krispies. I like them in a marshmallow crispy treat. They're the best. They were always the best. Now that I'm older, Raisin Bran. Yeah, sure. Raisin Bran. I like Well, I can't think of it. I can picture the cereal, frosted wheats. I like frosted wheats, strawberry. I don't like plain. I like with the vanilla on it or the strawberry on it. I like them. They fill you up. Cream of wheats was good. Yeah, Jason. To me, cream of wheats. I didn't eat. We weren't a cream of wheat oatmeal type. We were cereal. You know, pancakes because they were easy to make. But not an oatmeal person. Frosted mini wheat. I like the minis. Yes.
This
Boom
one was
boom.
on. This was on Shark Tank.
Boom boom nasal spray.
Yeah.
What the heck is it? Like Viagra in the nasal spray?
No, it makes you. It's just. I don't know.
Well, it says boom boom. You
It's
know, all
an
right.
inhaler. It's like a
It's
Vicks
like
inhaler.
like a Vicks inhaler. It cleans your sinuses and everything. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I understand. I understand. They sell those here. Uh, Here's the funny thing, and I've seen this. I've seen this. I've seen Filipinos, right? They like that Vicks nasal, you know, right? And you'll see them. It's like they turn into a junkie with it. Like you see them, like and like you can tell they don't have a stuffed nose. Their nose isn't stuffed or backed up by the way they're talking. It's just they get like an adrenaline off that Vicks stuff. And I'm like, man, put the Vicks down. Put the Vicks down. Ah, boom boom. Now that sounds like a Filipino name. Yeah. Boom boom. All right, boom boom. Come on, let's boom boom. Me love
Boom
you
boom
long time. Let's boom boom. So I thought maybe it's
boom
like a
nasal
Viagra.
stick.
I thought it's like a Viagra spray, you know. You sniff it and boom, you're ready to boom boom.
Boom boom the nose.
Yeah. All right, guys, I gotta get going here. All this talk of eating and stuff. I am going to remove you, Tarzan. Thank you for joining the
All
live
right.
stream.
Thank you for letting me
Hanging
be on.
out. Hey, no problem. Stop back anytime
All right. Bye.
and go check out the my sausage gravy. Then we're gonna. Some of you might have been in here earlier. Get a little boom boom in your nose. Sounds like an STD. Yeah. Vina boom boom. Vinny boom boom. Vinny boom boom. Hang on. Vinny, what the heck was that? Welcome back, Carter. What was did Vinny say boom boom? Remember welcome back? Vinny Boom Boom Mancini. Was that Vinny? Welcome back, Carter. Ray Boom Boom Mancini. Ray Boom Boom Man. Anyways, not my mind's, but we're going to take a hike back in the jungle today. Haven't been back in there, I think, since Hannah was here. A lot of rain, so I'm sure it's going to be grown up. The colors in the Philippines now, at least on the island I live, is just so, boom boom Marcos, there you go, are so beautiful, vibrant, and colorful. It just colors like I've never seen, like these colors, like in my life. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But we're gonna hike back in and do some shell fishing and hang out, hang out. You know what I mean? Um, Time for rice and breakfast. Well, you enjoy Vinny Barbarano as John Travolta in Spud Hog. Yes, there it is. You have enjoy. I'm not having rice for breakfast. I am going to have sausage gravy for breakfast. All right, guys. Thanks again for joining, for coming in, being part of the chat. So I like to do. I like to open it up and let people just tell their story, tell their life. Um, I like hearing people's stories, the good stories. We've all heard the bad stories. We can I can thrive off of doing bad stories, and I want to hear good stories. So, all right, guys, take care. Maximus, Jason, 10, Tarzan, Angelo, Arturo. You're the only ones I could see on my chat screen. So we shall talk to you later.